and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Just remember the 5 Ds of Dodgeball. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Okay, hold up. We're going to have to show you a few more things than that. So we're going to get started by showing you some chat commands you're going to need to know that are pretty essential to the game mode we've created. So once you're done making your vampire, first thing you're going to want to do is hit enter and then exclamation point hit space gear. Essentially going to give you all the loot that you need that's been balanced for this game mode. Next up is kit hearts. This is going to give you a stack of 250 exquisite hearts to keep the blood flowing and keep those dodgeballs flying. The rest of the chat commands we're going to show have to do with getting us around the world, porting us around to where we've got to go. So the first up is exclamation waypoint 5v5, which is going to take you to our 5v5 tournament map, or where we've got all of our 5v5 dodgeball courts set up. Waypoint 10v10 will obviously take us to our 10v10 courts. One important thing to note that the 20v20 courts have 2 teleport points each. So waypoint 20v20N will take you to the northern waypoint of the snowy dodgeball court, whereas the S will take you to the southern waypoint of the same court. Same thing applies for 20v20 West and 20v20 East. They're both part of the Castle 20v20 court. Waypoint LFG will take you to a lobby. So if you're trying to join the game, you haven't really found any friendly vampires to play with, good place to start. So next thing we're going to be covering are the skills. If you don't see them on this list, then you don't use them on the dodgeball court. First up is Shadow Bolt, which is your dodgeball. Yep. We've balanced it in this game mode so that one hit will take a little over half your health. But watch out, because a crit is a one-shot kill. Then we got Howling Reaper. The only real important thing to note about this ability is that if it's blocked by Blood Right, it doesn't count as a catch. We'll cover exactly what a catch means a little bit later. Tendon Swing also made the cut. Tendon Swing, we use it to push people off of points of interest when a match starts, or even positioned properly could knock an enemy player out of bounds. We'll cover what that means a little later. Oh, that is death! That is death! Veil of Blood. It's a dodge, and we use it as our dodge. Yeah. Power Surge. Great little shield. With the way we've got the AP scaled, it actually blocks a fair amount of damage and can save you from a critical strike. Only important thing to note is blocking someone with Power Surge does not count as a catch. Blood Right, which is our catch, we've been hearing a lot about. So a catch occurs when Blood Right blocks a Shadow Bolt. Not any other ability, only when it blocks a Shadow Bolt. Now, when you catch something, you can bring your teammate back to life and back on the court to play. Which brings us to our next timestamp, Death and Respawn Flow. So when you finally get hit by a dodgeball and fall in battle, first thing you want to do is obviously hit space to respawn. Respawn at the nearest vampire waygate or whichever one you choose, and then use that chat command we covered at the beginning of the video to teleport to the area you were at previously. Quick suggestion would be to make a copy paste of whatever waypoint you are currently playing at, so you can shorten the process of the respawn. It's important to take notice what court you are currently playing in. You can do that by looking around you. All the courts are color-coded to make it easier for people to know what side they're on and what court they're playing in. No matter which court that you're currently on, you'll notice these giant braziers on the ground. Blue, purple, white. Those are all to mark where you're supposed to stand while waiting for someone on your team to catch a Shadow Bolt and pull you back into the fight. So you just line up right behind these braziers. and just wait for one of your allies to call you back in after they've made a successful catch. Over Discord, because we're trying to keep in-game voice chat open for our referees. You've seen a lot of our dodgeball courts at this point, but we haven't really gone over what the boundaries are. Our courts are very obviously split right down the middle by either a carpet or a stone path. We call this area the neutral zone. So vampires from both sides, both teams, can step on this area and play in this area without any problem. However, should you step over the line and into the other enemy's territory, an invisible referee will start to tax your health. If you outright walk into the opposing team's court, a referee will completely erase you. And for our last timestamp, match flow and recapping some of the important stuff. Before the start of every match, make sure you've eaten an exquisite heart from your inventory to clear any buffs you may have on you and to make sure you don't run out of blood mid-fight. All players start the match off with their backs against the furthest wall from the neutral zone. Referees will be waiting for vamps to get into position before starting the match. Every match's start is signified by the referee dropping a 100% scholar pot somewhere in the middle of the neutral zone. Don't forget to call your allies back out of the court over Discord if you manage to catch a Shadow Bolt. It's very important that you keep in-game chat open for referees. If a match drags on for too long, a referee can call sudden death, which essentially means no more respawning. They'll call sudden death over in-game voice, so make sure to keep that channel open. During this time, the referee may also start dropping more scholar pots in an effort to speed things up further. One team wins when the opposing team has no players left on the court. Even if somebody was meant to be running back in, if their feet did not make it into the court, it's game over. And that should about cover our dodgeball rules. We've got a tournament coming up with prizes in the near future, so make sure to check out our Discord for more information. Thanks for your time. I hope to see you all in the dodgeball courts. And remember,
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
What?
Oh!